Hey y'all! So this video is going to be how to create custom stencils that you can print on your Silhouette Cameo or your cutting machine. I have a business, and part of my business that does really well is the custom stencils. So today I want to teach you how to create one with a name, like for instance right here, Kevin and Laura. I'm going to teach you how to create these. It's super easy, and you can buy your stencil material online. I buy mine at Hobby Lobby. You can buy the blank stencils there, and they're really easy to do. So let's get started, and I'll show you how I created these right here. So if you go over here to your text panel, and you click on that inside your space here, and let's just type Kevin and Laura. Okay, and I'm going to press enter. It makes it easier for me to highlight everything. I'm going to go up here at the top where it tells you how big or small you can make it. I like to make it a little bit bigger. It's easier to see. And then over here on the right side panel, open your text style panel, and then you can choose any font that you want that is, built into your any font you've downloaded on your computer are going to be built in right here. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to choose Times New Roman. That way we can make it the same as the ones over here on the left. And I'm going to click B right here. I want to make them bold. So, excuse me, that's how you do it there. And then you can right click and ungroup. Now, you can highlight them and make them a little bit bigger if you want to. I like to make them big to where it's easy to see them and work with them. And then you can size them however you want when you're finished. So you can see right here the spacing is way off. It's not great. So what we'll do here is we're going to just move our K over until you like the spacing. And then the same here with the V. And you can do that. There's also a spacing. So if you highlight it right here, if you highlight the word and you come over here to the transform panel, your spacing is right here with horizontally. You can click that and it will space them. Now, depending on the font, it will space them correctly sometimes. This one did not. So I'm going to undo. Up here at the top, you can undo anything that you've done. And I'm just going to look at it myself and see it looks pretty good. So I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to click right here, align the bottom. So that way we can line everything up. Now you can see the V in Kevin is taller. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on each individual letter, and you can see up here at the top, this K is 2.188. The E is the same as the K. The V is not. So I'm going to make the V up here, double click on the height, it's 2.188. If you type that in, then we can get it to the same size as the K and the E. So let's see what the I is the same and the N is not. So we're going to make the N 2.188. My computer's running slow. There we go, 2.188. Enter. Now, if I highlight the whole word and come over here to the transform and align the bottom, it's going to line all of my letters up perfectly across. I'm going to right click on it and group, and that way it's grouped together. So this particular customer wanted the name to be 10 inches long or wide. So up here at the very top, I'm going to go up here with my Kevin is clicked. Make sure you have it clicked, and you click on 10. And he wanted it 3 inches high. So I'm going to make that 3 inches high. And we're going to do the same steps for Laura. We're going to move our letters how we like them, proportionally like that. And I'm going to group them, and I'm going to align the bottom. And here we go again. The U right here you can see is a little bit higher than the R. We want them to be exact all the way across, flush. So let's click on the L That's 2.188. The A is not, so we're going to make that 2.188. Enter. The U, same thing here, 2.188. The R is 2.188, and the A will make 2.188. Enter. And then from there, you can highlight the word, go up here again, transform and align the bottom so it lines them all up. Right click and group, and then I'm going to come back up to the top and make Laura the same size as Kevin. Okay, so now that you have your names ready, here's what we do. You can see on these, the edges, the corners are not, they're not pointed, they are rounded. So it makes it nice whenever your customer receives their stencil and it's not pokey on the corners. So over here on the left side, your drawing tools, if you click on the second one here, that one has the rounded edges. Okay, so I'm going to just make a box. You can just drag your mouse and make a box. And if Kevin is 10 by 3, then I'm going to make this box behind it, or right now it's in front of it, but we'll make it behind it in a second. And we're going to make that box 11 by 4. So 1 inch difference all around, which will put about ½ an inch on each side to give that space. So then if you highlight both of these and you come to your transform panel, align in the middle and in the center, and if you right click your mouse and you click make compound path, there you have it. So Kevin is ready. There's no spaces like see the A. You're going to have to make your notches right here because it will not print out right. Your stencil won't if you don't. So let's go ahead and make another box right here on the left, your rounded edges. And up here, we're just going to click select so we can select this box. And we're going to make that one the same, 11 by 4. And right click. And you can send it to the back if you want to, that way you can see the name. And if you highlight both of them and you do the center alignment and the vertical, the horizontal and vertical, it's going to put it in the center of the stencil for you. And if you right click, make compound path, you have Laura. Now we have to make our connections here, or else when you cut it, the stencil will cut that out and it would just be the entire A. It won't have this middle part. So we need to connect it in order for it to print correctly. So here on the left side, this first square, the first rectangle box here, if you just draw a small one, and you can come up here on the width and do 0.125. That's going to put it at enough to where right here you can see that's going to, connect your opening. If you want to rotate it right here, you can rotate it 90 degrees and then just drag it up to your A. If you hold down Alt on your keyboard, ALT, while you click on this and you drag it, it will create another one for you that same size, and then you can let go. If you hold that down with Alt again, with your mouse down, oops, let me go back, click it, hold down Alt, you'll see that little symbol come up, and then you can drag it and create another one. So that way you can connect everything. I'm going to make these even, so I'm going to come up here to transform, and I'm going to align the middle just to where those are even across, and it just makes it look nice. From here, you're going to click outside of that. There we go. My computer is not liking me today. Okay, there we go. We're going to highlight all of it, right click, and right here where it says weld, you want to click weld. That's going to give you your connections, and it's going to make your stencil print out correctly. So if you want to, the color doesn't really matter. I have it here in gray, but either way, it's going to print out the same way no matter what color you have it on your screen. So that's how you create a stencil. Now, when you put your stencil material down on your mat, I use my sticky mat for my silhouette, then you do not reverse your stencil. You keep it just like this on your mat when you print it. And I usually, depending on how new your blade is, sometimes I will run it, if I send it over here, if I push send to send to my silhouette, then make sure on this right side you click and you scroll down and you click on stencil material right there. And right here, I always use a ratchet blade, always, for almost everything, for my projects that I do. And then you do want to highlight your area and cut edge. It has to be highlighted. If it's not highlighted, it's not going to print it. It's not going to cut where you want it to. And then just depending on your blade, mine I've been using for a long time, so I usually put it on 10. I'll put my speed up to 6, and I am actually running mine 3 to 4 times right now just to kind of get the most use out of my blade that I can. And you'll make sure that your silhouette's plugged in to your computer, and then you would push send. So that's how you create stencils or names with stencils, and I will be posting more videos in the future on other design stencils and a lot more things. Check back. Thanks, y'all.